Welcome to Building Fortunes Radio. Make sure you check us out at buildingfortunesradio.com. Along with our marketing partners, we're here to help our PM Marketing Network Lead customers build their businesses and make the world a better place. At Building Fortunes, we know how much your business means to you and the people important to you. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world. Now on to our show with your host, Peter Mingils.
Hello, everyone. Peter Mingils here. You're listening to us live on Building Fortunes Radio. It's www.buildingfortunesradio.com. For all of you that might be familiar with my voice, my name is Peter Mingils. We started this radio show about 6 years ago, almost to the day, I think it was. And I was looking for a name for the radio show. So we have our affiliate program, Building Fortunes. I said it would be quite natural that we call it Building Fortunes Radio. So for those people that are wondering sometimes, that's where we got the name. I use the term Building Fortunes because as opposed to some of the hype and hyperbole that happens sometimes in our industry, we use the word build because it's like a verb. You build it, and building one might never be done. So I call it buildingfortunesradio.com. If you want to listen to us live, because you're on the Internet, you can go to buildingfortunesradio.com/live. If you like to use a device that makes a phone call, you can always dial 347-237-4097. That's 347-237-4097. And when I got started in the home-based business industry, to dial a phone number, you actually used a phone. Now, you guys could use just about anything, including some of you have figured out how to program your toaster. So you could probably talk to your toaster and say, dial 347-237-4097, and you'll attach the speaker to your toaster, and there we go. So having said all of those things, this is the beginning of 2019 for us, and I am really super pleased and very excited to have a gentleman named George Madiou starting a segment with us. And if you're unfamiliar with George Madiou, George has been around for a really long time. He has a great magazine called The Network Marketing Magazine and a domain name by the same name, thenetworkmarketingmagazine.com. And he's had that magazine in print for a real long time and went digital because everybody goes digital eventually. And he has had authors from every shape, size, race, color, creed, planet, whatever it might be, over the last couple of decades, do the things that they do on his magazine. And through a relationship that we have with Doris Wood, who is the original founder of the MLMIA, the Multi-Level Marketing International Association, Doris put George and I together and said, you know what, you guys really should be doing a radio show to further help the rest of this industry, because this industry is in a state of flux and there's a lot of people that really need it, especially with the economy and things the way they're going, and especially with a lot of things, student loans, people getting older, including myself. So George and I are teamed up every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do this radio show, and he'll bring along some of his leaders. And you want to hook your wagon to some of the things that he's doing, because he's had a pulse on what's going on with this industry for decades. So, George Madiou, thanks for being here on your own radio show.
Well, thanks so much, Peter. I mean, it's so exciting to be here with you and with our listeners. And I'm just jazzed about being able to team with you and share a direction for 2019 to take back the network marketing industry, take back the network marketing industry from scam artists and fluff sellers and everything else, and get back to the wisdom of the ages. So thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Now, there's a lot of people that may know about the Network Marketing Magazine, and there's some that don't. And there's some people that know who you are, but you're kind of quiet and somewhat humble and not always in the spotlight. So for those people that want to learn how to spell Madiou, it's M-A-D-I-O-U. So it's M-A-D-I-O-U. So it's George Madiou. And George, you know, a lot of people, like I said, you're kind of humble. You don't need to have the flashing lights and all that sort of stuff, you know, walk across the stage. You're a little bit like me in that regard, that you love to see other people do those things. So we support the industry, sometimes at the detriment for our own recognition, because it's not really that important to us. But for those people that don't know who you are, can you share with us who you are?
Sure. I like to say, first of all, that I'm the Larry King of the network marketing industry. Larry King started down here where I am in South Florida. He started as a sports radio guy in the Miami area, and became extremely famous by just interviewing people. And we've been able to take over 200 people that have contributed to the magazine digitally over the last 13 years, and so these are the who's who of network marketing. And I got involved in network marketing decades ago, like you said, and what has taken place is one of the most wonderful things in my business career. I graduated from NYU with a degree in marketing and management. I've owned over 35 businesses, and then I got introduced to the network marketing industry, and I thought I died and went to heaven, because for an entrepreneur, especially a serial entrepreneur like myself, network marketing was just, the best of the best. But what you and I, Peter, end up seeing, you talked about today's economy. There is not a better solution to today's economy, the economy here in the United States and worldwide, than network marketing. So 13 years ago, I started the Network Marketing Magazine to be able to help what we call the orphans in the industry. Those people that Cousin Sally sponsored Cousin Bill, and 3 days later, Bill was left an orphan because Cousin Sally quit. So we wanted to fill a gap of being able to be there for the Cousin Bills out there, the people that were left as orphans with a dream that maybe this industry, network marketing, could really take them to a place where they love getting up on Monday morning. They love the participation of their own business. And so we are just a support magazine, digital online magazine, since the beginning. I mean, we don't promote any one particular company, but over the last 13 years, we've had over 165,000 members to the network marketing industry, and we've exposed the wisdom of the ages to those members, wisdom of the ages from contributors Zig Ziglar and Jim Rohn and Dennis Waitley and Dale Calvert and Tom Big Al Schreider, and the list goes on and on and on and on. And so it's been an exciting ride, and we are about ready to put the pedal to the metal with a new program that we created on November 5th, 2018, and that's called the 27%er Success System. So that's a little bit about who I am and who we are.
Excellent. So for those people, if they wanted to go take a look, they go to the networkmarketingmagazine.com. You can see a lot of things when you go there. There's been a ton of contributing authors, like you mentioned a little bit earlier. And there's, I think, a real passion for a lot of people to try to help more people become successful in home-based businesses. I alluded a little bit earlier, George, when you went to NYU, I don't know what year you graduated, but if you went to NYU right now and you had to pay for it on your own, oh my gosh, you'd be hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loan debt. if you didn't have scholarships or grants or anything else like that. If you were like most kids, my kids when one of my daughter-in-laws over $150,000 in debt. My dentist, who's the same age as my older son, I was joking with him. I said, there's a dentist that owes $1 million in student loans, and he's just making the minimum payment because after 25 or 30 years, they forgive your student loans if they're still active. And he's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Being a dentist is super expensive. He doesn't have $1 million in student loans from being a dentist, but he has a lot. George, to be a student nowadays and come out with all those loans, those are going to be generational loans. Where are people going to be able to get that money back? We deal with, and I know you know this as well, but I'd like your opinion on this. We deal with our senior citizens. I just got off the phone a little bit earlier today with a gentleman who's 84 years old, and he's still building home-based businesses because he likes it. He does it because he likes it, but also for the extra money. But there's a lot of seniors that are running out of money, or there's a lot of seniors, if you will, that are just one financial devastation away from losing a pretty big portion of their stock portfolio. Where are they going to go to be able to make that money back and get that residual income? And then you have a whole bunch of other things that are happening globally as well. So talk to us a little bit about what your opinion is of the state of network marketing and what we can do to help them out.
Well, you're absolutely right. Let's start off, like you said, with the senior citizens. The good news is we're living longer. The bad news is we're living longer. Just like you said, I mean, most people, they can't live on what they're making during the month. They have more month than money at the 30th, 31st of the month. Right? What happens when these people get to retirement age and they're now living on, or they're getting 30, 40% of in Social Security of what they couldn't live on to begin with? I mean, it's tragedy. I live in South Florida, and senior citizens galore. And I talk to large groups of senior citizens, and what happens is that some of them are cutting their blood pressure medicine in half, their pills. They're eating cat food. I mean, this is a crime. This is absolutely a crime. All right? What else is a crime? A crime is $1 million worth of student loans. You got to be kidding me. So network marketing is a solution to financial despair. But it's even better than that. You're absolutely right. I mean, I was blessed. I'll tell you, I graduated from NYU in 1974, just before right after the Hoover administration. Yeah. But I was blessed because my parents really didn't have money to give me to get me into college. I went to a 2-year school, and then I was blessed with getting a full scholarship to NYU. I mean, and you're absolutely right. I could not possibly do that in today's economy and today's cost of education. However, the solution to education is, I believe, based on doing what it is that you are passionate about. With 3,000 companies that utilize network marketing to drive their products and services to market, there isn't a passion that anybody has that they couldn't find a network marketing company to hook up with. Now, I'm not saying don't go to school. I'm just saying that find a company that you're passionate about in the arena that you're passionate about, and do it part-time, because the education that you're going to get, the personal development, the business development that you're going to get by associating yourself with this great industry of network marketing is going to pay dividends far greater and far, far less expensive than an expensive education at NYU or Columbia or Yale or Dartmouth or any of the others, or a state school. Tie in with network marketing if you're not. And if you have children and you're a network marketer, it really behooves you to have them understand the personal development side, the business development side that our industry ends up having to offer. And it's never too late. Just like you said, you talk to a person in their 80s. I have an uncle who's 95 years old, and he said to me, as long as I could tee up a golf ball on my own, he goes, I'm not calling it quits. And I've talked to him about network marketing, and he, in his wisdom, has said, network marketing, isn't that what we all do anyway? And he's right. So the industry really, it has an answer to the problems of finances, both in senior citizens and college graduates and spouses of active duty military people and college graduates that can't find a job. I mean, we have the answer, Peter. We have the answer.
If you're an entrepreneur, this is definitely the answer. So here we go. We're going to take a little commercial break. You're listening to George Madiou on the Network Marketing Magazine Building Fortunes radio show. We'll be right back.
Thanks for listening to Building Fortunes Radio. If you sell a product or service, then you should check out PMMarketing's NetworkLeads.com. Just visit www.networkleads.com. For over 18 years, PM Marketing has helped distributors build their home-based businesses through lead generation, website development, automated email delivery systems, and sales training. If you're looking for a way to increase your skills and increase the number of people that see your product or opportunity, NetworkLeads.com can help. To learn more, visit www.networkleads.com. Ask about their lead management system, capture pages, personalized websites, MLM training, humongous blogs, the humongous classified ad network, Building Fortunes Radio, or their webinar schedule. NetworkLeads.com can be your one-stop shop for everything you need. And now, back to our show.
And we are back. Peter Mingils here, working with George Madiou. This is our very first radio show of 2019 for the Network Marketing Magazine. Go to networkmarketingmagazine.com if you want to learn a little bit more about that, but definitely check out the future radio shows. If you're listening in live, you're here live, but many of you probably have figured out how you're going to be able to listen in and catch us on the archive shows by going to buildingfortunesradio.com. Check him out. He's going to have a whole bunch of really great people as a result of article writers and people that he knows from the magazine to be able to share some of the wisdom and knowledge that they have towards building a home-based business. And we're actively involved because I'm into it. My whole reason for doing the things that we do is we want to shine a spotlight on the people doing the right things in the industry and bring a club to beat down the people that are doing the things that can hurt people in the industry as well. So we do it kind of like both ways. So, George, I know that you have a lot of reach in the industry with people that you speak to on a regular basis. Who might be some of the guest hosts that you have on the radio show?
Well, I just had a conversation with a great friend of mine, Julie Ziglar Norman. Julie is the late Zig Ziglar's daughter. She's a wonderful, wonderful person. Just has wisdom that could have only gotten by being raised by the great Zig Ziglar, but she's a leader in her own rights. She's in network marketing, and she's really starting to grow a pretty good-sized group. We're going to have guys like Dale Calvert, who has been documented to have personally sponsored more 5, 6, and 7-figure income earners, and Dale has partnered up with the Network Marketing Magazine in a project that we're doing called the 27% Success System, which is just an awesome, awesome program for networkers that want to have a sequential pathway to walk down to become extremely successful in their business. So Dale is going to be one. Some wisdom individuals like Dennis Waitley and Dr. Shad Helmstetter, who is a doctor of mindset. And if you don't have the right mindset, it's, life is going to pass you by. And with the right mindset, you are going to really succeed in your network marketing career. So we've got a whole lineup of people that really have not only been contributors to the magazine, but have also lent their wisdom in our new training system called the 27% Success System. And it's going to be fun to listen to the wisdom. And again, what I say is that the industry has been taken over by the people selling fluff. We have to get back to the wisdom of the ages. And that's what our success system is all about. That's what our magazine is all about. That's what this radio show is going to be all about, bringing back those people that end up sharing the wisdom. We have a partner that will a former partner of Jim Rohn's that will be on the radio program. So these are people that have literally either taught or been an integral part of the wisdom of the ages that will make you successful in the network marketing industry.
My background was in direct sales. So when I graduated in '84, my first job was with a direct sales company called Electrolux. That was a vacuum cleaner company. Broke my mom's heart when I decided not to be a doctor. Decided to do that.
Yeah.
But those names that you're referencing, Zig Ziglar, I listened to the audio cassettes of Zig Ziglar wherever I was when I was learning. So I even still today recite some of the things that I learned from those audio cassettes. Dennis Waitley the same way. Jim Rohn, one of my favorites. And these are just classic, rock solid, no BS, just things that you need to know to become successful building anything, including yourself. So I'm super excited about having the influence of some of those people. And even though Zig Ziglar is no longer with us and Jim Rohn is no longer with us, having the ability to work with their partners keeps that, that spirit, if you will, and that philosophy alive. So I'm very looking forward to that, because then I get a chance to kind of revisit all the things that I've listened to a long time ago and help me when I was a manager trainee that I know that can help a lot of the people that are listening in right now. So we only have a few minutes left, and I know that I want to have a whole radio show on the Yes to My Success platform, but can you tease us a little bit for the next maybe few minutes and tell us a little bit about why you're so excited about that in 2019?
Yeah, I'm going to, because you've given us a platform like this, the 27% Success System, all right, calculated in a website that is https://, okay, pretty standard, yes to mysuccess.com / Building Fortunes. And if you go there, what you're going to end up finding is a snapshot of what the 27%er success system is. We have over 3,000 articles in the last 13 years in the magazine. You could sort by author, you could sort by subject matter. Zig Ziglar and Jim Rohn are number 2 and number 3 that have written more articles than anybody else. There was a character that is number 1 that didn't want to write a single article from the very beginning, and Peter, that was me. So it's the only thing I've beaten Zig and Jim at. But you can do a sort on Jim Rohn or Zig Ziglar, and read everything that they've written for the Network Marketing magazine. But what we did was we took our content and we teamed it up with a technology, a gamification technology that's been used in the Fortune 100 world. And that technology has been used by companies like Toyota and Wells Fargo and Bloomingdale's and even NASA. And we got the exclusive licensing agreement to that technology for the network marketing industry to be able to change behavior and teach people in a sequential learning process. And as our head guide, our head teacher, Dale Calvert, says, he's been studying the concept of sequential learning and understanding more of what it takes global learning, no longer to have a aha moment. It's just fascinating the way we've been able to take up this content and plug it in with this sequential learning system. So if you go to yestomysuccess.com/building fortunes, all lowercase, https:// you will get a taste of what we're doing on the 27%er success system. We are going to take back the industry. We're going to take the industry that's used to having 3% success, and we're going to grow that by tenfold to 30% success of those people that are willing to learn and do the work that's necessary to become successful. And we're gonna talk more about it in shows coming up week by week. So again, I appreciate you giving me and the Network Marketing Magazine the opportunity to share this with the network marketing community worldwide.
Excellent. Okay, we're going to be back next week. Remember, on this day, which is Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to have George Madiou and some of his guests from the Network Marketing Magazine and Yes to My Success. I'm looking forward to that because he's got me super excited about learning about that too, and I like the gamification spin as well. We're going to catch everybody next week on Building Fortunes Radio. George, thanks for being here. Thanks for lending us the half hour every week of your time as well, and we're going to see everybody next time. Thanks, everybody.
You've been listening to Building Fortunes Radio on buildingfortunesradio.com. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check us out every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the designated Building Fortunes Radio segment with Peter Mingils. Be sure to check out the buildingfortunesradio.com website for our featured segments. It's been our privilege to have you listen in. At Building Fortunes Radio, we wish you the success you deserve and are willing to work for. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world.